What's up, guys? CryptoSavy here. I hope everyone's having a great day. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, and the Dow Jones Industrial Average. We'll look at that at the end and kind of see what I'm thinking there. I don't think it looks very good for the Dow Jones Industrial. Not to say that we're going to have, not to say that we can't have a rally there, but long term, it looks horrible, in my opinion, unless something really great happens. But anyway, let's get into it. Don't forget, there's a free Discord in the description below the video. Definitely check it out. There's a link to it down there. Totally free, awesome community, and let's get into it. All right, guys, as always, this is not financial advice, trading advice, or investment advice. There is a disclaimer scrolling down the bottom. Make sure you read it, and always remember it's my opinion, not yours. Are we going to see a rally here? Will it be a regular rally, or will it be a bull trap? I'm going to show you what I'm thinking, and you make your own mind up and let me know in the description below the video. Make sure to give the video a giant thumbs up. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think it's going to do, and I'm about to tell you what I think it's going to do. First off, we're going to take a look at the news just to get a feel for the sentiment. Will Bitcoin emerge as a winner? 5 things to expect. Cryptocurrency value rises over 14 billion in 24 hours. Bitcoin price turns bullish as traders fight to flip 6,400. We talked about that yesterday. 6,400 was going to be important. If we could close a 4-hour above that, we would get short-term bullish, and that's what happened. Rubles drop, eases pain of lower Bitcoin prices for Russia's miners. Bitcoin, a global port in a market storm. Here's how to protect Bitcoin. That was from yesterday. Bearish death cross. So mostly bullish with a little bit of bearish in there. Let's look at the crypto fear and greed index. We are at 12. So we raised 2 points from yesterday, so a little more bullish. We're still in extreme fear. So the bullishness tells me short term, we're probably going to be a little bullish. Medium term, bearish. And obviously, if you guys watch my channel, you know I'm a long-term bull. I totally believe in Bitcoin and where it's going. So let's take a look at the monthly chart. And as you know, 9,200 is going to be an area that I am watching heavily. If we're able to break that, I'll get pretty damn bullish, especially if we can break the 10.5. As you can see, the 55 EMAs down here, we had a nice bounce off this bottom trend line. And let's take a look at the weekly. Looking at the weekly, we'll take a look at the RSI in a second, but I want to take a look at these EMAs here on the weekly. And if you look here, if we get a nice run up here, we can stop this 21 EMA, which is the blue line, from crossing down below the 55 EMA, which is the yellow here. That would be nice. I don't think that's going to happen on the weekly, but let's take a look at the RSI. If we take a look at the RSI here, we've talked about this red support and resistance line that we capitulated back in 2014 below it, popped back above in 15, retested it for support, and continued on. This 2018, we capitulated below it again, bounced back above it, retested, got support, and then came back down and fell through. As of right now, we are up above, and if we can close up here, that's a good sign. Even if we come down and get a bounce in the next couple weeks, as long as we don't drop back below this and close again, I think we might be okay here. I want to remind you guys, my wife's webpage, there is a link to it in the description below the video, inkyourimage.com. It's got a lot of cool stuff in there. It's a great way to help support the channel. A lot of crypto gear, t-shirts, hats, coffee mugs, all kinds of different stuff. And you can put any crypto you want, any saying, any family picture, whatever. It is quality stuff. It's not the junk that iron on or anything like that. No vinyl. It's sublimation. Good stuff. Anyways, let's look at the daily. We're looking at the daily as this is a possible rising wedge, but if we look at it like in the 4-hour, it could be a bear flag or a rising channel. But as of looking at it in the daily, it does look like a rising wedge here. We are getting resistance at the 21 EMA right now, which is at about 6,700. We've got 10 minutes till this closes, so we'll see what happens. But There is a possibility we could run all the way up to 7,700. I wouldn't be surprised if we came back down and retested the 64 before doing that. But guys, I do think that we're going to be bearish up here. I don't believe, even if we do come up here, I think we're going to have further down to go. And show you why. As you can see in this rising channel here in white, we had this falling wedge, which we've broken out of. That was bullish. But if you look at the peaks here, and again, this is the daily, so a lot can happen in the day. But if you look at this peak right here on the daily is over here, we're making lower highs in the price action. Even if this comes all the way up back into the $9,000 range, we would be making bearish divergence. So hidden bearish divergence. So keep that in mind, that, you know, this is it's gonna feel real bullish. Everybody's gonna get real bullish if we do get this rise up, but I don't believe it's gonna last, guys. And we'll take some measured moves on the daily, looking at this as a rising wedge. If we were to come up, you know, test that 7,700, possibly 8,000, at least the 72, and that's because that's the 0.5 EMA. But then we come back down and break back through this support line. I have one target here of 42, and that's just measuring the wedge there. And these targets, guys, can change. It all depends on where we break the bottom line. And if we were to break within the next couple days here, we could be going down to 2,700 would be my low, but I believe more than likely we'll get a bounce around in this area. This could definitely happen. I believe if it did, it would be a huge quick wick. It would be picking up all the longs, all the stop losses from longs down here. Just a possibility. Let's take a look at the 4 hour. Well, first off, take a look at the EMAs. As you can see, they are turning up here in the daily. But again, if we come up to that 7,700 area, that'll be around the 55 EMA. I would expect a rejection there in the next day or two. And then in the daily, we have the 200 EMA, and that's going to be around the $8,100 range. So keep that in mind. We could rally up here, but I do expect it down. I will be looking for a short up here. If you guys are interested in trading, I'll leave a DOWDEX tutorial up top. Work the deal out with them, guys. They're giving my subscribers only up to $110 bonus for signing up. Check it out. They have an awesome tool on there. It's called risk management. You guys hear a lot about risk management. They have a tool that helps you manage your risk right on there. So check it out. And yeah, let's I also have other links down below that really help the channel out, guys. If you like the channel and you want to help out, check out the links below. All the stuff give you something extra or a discount or whatever. They help you out and help me because I get small commissions off them. So anyways, sorry about the ramble, but let's continue looking here. As we talked about yesterday, I said if we closed a 4 hour above the 6,400, we will get bullish, which we did. We actually closed our daily above it over here. Let's look at the 4 hour. So in the 4 hour, we have this rising channel that we were just looking at as a possible bear flag, but measured as a rising channel if we broke down in this area. From the 42, depending on where we break this line, $42 to $4,300 range. But as I said, we could go up to this 71 to 72 range, which is going to be around the 200 EMA on the 4 hour. We could get it all the way up to the $77 to $8,000 range. We talked about that, all depending. But I do see a rejection down here, and same thing in here. If you look at where we're at with our highs, we're making higher highs in the price action, and this candle closes in about 5 minutes. So if it closes up here, we're going to have bearish divergence. We're making lower highs in the RSI. And show you the EMAs. As you guys know, the 21, 13, and 8 EMA have crossed the 21. That is pretty damn bullish. But like I said, I do expect us to come up. We may come down, test the 64 before going up, but I do expect more downward price action once we cross this bottom line, which it could be in the next day or two. Let's look at the RSI. Same thing we have been looking at. I have this top resistance line up top where the RSI has been rejected over and over. We had this falling wedge, broadening wedge we broke out of, and we have this rising channel which we are in now. Could we possibly go all the way up and tag the top of this? That's possible, but I'd expect a rejection here. And like I said, no matter what happens there, we're probably going to see hidden bearish divergence and continue back down after a rise. So keep that in your head. And like I said, these are my targets here. I would expect some heavy support here at the 54 if we do drop, but I don't believe it'll hold. We may come all the way back down, have another run up, retest the bottom of this, and before continuing down, guys. But in the medium to medium term, I'm bearish. I do believe we're going to come down here. I do think also that we could see between 7,200 and 8,000. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, give it a thumbs up, and leave your comments down below. Also, tick the notification bell to get you notified when I post new videos. I do daily updates every single day. So let's go into Litecoin. Looking at Litecoin. Same thing, rising channel here. The measured move falling out of this channel, depending on where we would fall out. We could see the $25 range if we looked at it as a bear flag measured from here. Could be anywhere, depending on where we break, guys. These targets change, but $17 somewhere in that region. $25 to $17 if we break this bottom trend line. But like I said, we could follow Bitcoin and do a nice run up here. We could see the $47 to $50 range. We are going to have some heavy resistance at the 41.50 here, which would also line up with this top trend line coming down on this falling wedge. If we are able to break back through that, I look for the 47 to, we could possibly go all the way up to around the $54 range, but I believe we'll probably most likely hit around the 48 to 49 and then get our rejection. We look at the EMAs here, they are turning bullish. As you can see, the 8 has crossed the 21, 13 is next, and if we continue up like this today, should get pretty bullish. We could see these. Just like in Litecoin, we could go back, or Bitcoin, we could go back down and test the 6,400. Litecoin, we could come back down and test the 39. If we were to break back below that and close the 4 hour, that would get pretty bearish, and we may be seeing the lower targets sooner than I expect. Same thing as in Bitcoin, we have a rising channel here. We broke out of this falling, broadening wedge over here, came back in like a bull trap up here, which I believe we're going to end up having another one here. If we take a look at, there's no divergence here in the 4 hour for Litecoin. But like I said, if we do get a run up here, that will most likely make some divergence. Actually, let's look at the daily real quick, and that's for longer term. So let's see what that would look like. So looking at the daily, yeah, even if we come up to this 47 and get a rejection over here, looking at this high, which is way up here around the $63 range. So yeah, we would, in the daily, we're most likely going to make some bearish divergence there. Let's look at Ethereum. Same thing, we could get up to around the 67. The 200 EMA is going to line up right around the 172. So 166 to 172 range. If this 137 could hold as support, we will have some resistance here at the 155. But yeah, most likely within the next day or two, we may see up here. But again, let's look at the RSI. And let's look at it in the daily because that's the longer term. What will we get for? Yeah, so even in the daily, if we get up, we could go as high as the 190 and we'd still be making bearish divergence in the daily. So that is what I'm looking at. In the daily, our 55 has crossed the 200. That is not a good sign, but as you know, Bitcoin a lot of times has done that. It came up and it was just to fool everybody. But like I said, we could come back down, retest this 137, whatever, but in the next few days, I am bearish. I will let you know if that changes, but I do see a possible run up to even 155 to 166, possibly as high as the 170, 172 range, guys. But that's about it if we are able to get up here. Let's look at traditional markets. Looking at the Dow Jones Industrial, we are right now, it's pre-market at minus 582. So we're looking bearish, but as you know, yesterday they did that and then it pumped up. Bitcoin pumped up a little bit with it. But the Dow, guys, I believe is in serious trouble. And I will go over that real quick for those of you that haven't seen. We've been watching this for weeks. I don't bring it up all the time, but now that we have broken this, I've been bringing it up a lot more. We had this rising channel we broke out of, and the actual measured move of this is 1688. I had a lot of people telling me no way. But yesterday we had this target of around the 18,448 if you watched my video, and that's right around where we bounced. It was actually around 18,200 points. But I do see us coming down to at least this 1688 to get support. We may get a bounce back up into the 19.2 range, but guys, if that 16.8 doesn't hold, I'm looking at this as a megaphone. If I take this out of here and you look at these trend lines here, this looked like a megaphone off of these wicks. Take a measured move of that, bring it down to where it broke the megaphone, and actually, I might have been off a little bit on this. Might be a little bit worse than I thought even. I mean, guys, it doesn't mean we drop straight down there. I mean, this is going to probably take time unless something really bad happens, unless something really, really good happens with all the stuff going on in the world, I do not see anything good coming out of this. So, yeah, around the 9,100 to 9,200 points. That is where I see the average going. If you look over here, that was right at the peak of this little reversal we had here. So it makes a lot of sense, guys. I do believe we're most likely going to see these levels. I could be dead wrong, but that is what I have for measured moves. And I don't know. I don't see anything good happening in the market. Like I said, there's going to be relief rallies. That's how they take your money. They'll rally it up, get people to put money in, then they'll sell, take your money, just like any other market. But yeah, to get back above this $19,400 and get a close above that and get back in this megaphone, then we possibly could be okay. But like I said, something really good would have to happen for that to happen. Even though our RSIs are really oversold over here, it doesn't matter. I mean, with a market tanking like this, there's not much confidence in it, guys. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to click the CryptoSavy logo above my head to get you subscribed to the channel. Tick the notification bell to get you notified when I post new videos. Smash that like. Leave your comments down below. What do you think Bitcoin is going to do? What do you think the Dow is going to do? I'd like to hear your comments and what you're thinking down below. I do read and respond to everybody, so let me know. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great day. Don't forget to check out the links down below to help support the channel. And I'm out of here.